Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. It's Monday morning, September 28th, 2020. Today's going to be an interesting day. Last Friday, we saw the first signs of our minimum criteria for looking for wanting to be long again. If you watch today's episode of Stocks for Breakfast, we spent a lot of time about discussing good, smart traders being a little frustrated right now by not adapting to the conditions, which are not the same as what they were in July and August. But today, coming into the day, and we picked this up in the boot camp on Friday, that we are now seeing quite a few swing lows that we call. We're seeing a lot of daily candlesticks well bid. We're not seeing perfect order flow. The monthly and weekly charts are still in a little bit of a divergence, but we do have a sign of hope. And we said this on Friday afternoon where we initiated a few swing trades where we were looking to be a little bit more aggressive coming into today. A lot of daily candlesticks, especially the top technology stocks that we normally watch, are now well bid. Now that means we could start to look at them. We could start to trade a little bit more aggressive on the long side where we're trading breakouts instead of waiting for pullbacks. However, that does not mean that we should be looking for longer term trades right now because we really broke down and a lot of these stocks took out and really kind of became the first time bearish environment where there was an uptrend, a pullback, and we kind of went into a box. And a lot of these stocks broke to the bottom of the box. So they broke down and now they're heading back up, which is why a lot of traders are frustrating right now because, as we said last week twice, the first time a stock breaks down after a sustained bullish trend usually fails. And that's what we saw. And now we're kind of getting that to the upside. So if you were smart and preserved precious capital, which was a lot of last week, you're in really good shape right now to take advantage of if we get followed through today and, quite honestly, this week. I want to mention briefly at the beginning of this video, I'd love to have you attend a training session that I'm doing live on Wednesday night, September 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to teach the New York method and everything that we go over here in a lot more detail. Just click down into the description and make sure you register. Only 500 people can register. We have a pretty big community, so I'd suggest you register and make sure your name is on that list. So we're going to head over, and we're going to actually start out with SHLL, SHLL, as the first stock that we're going to take a look at. And something I want to point out here very quickly is that you can see the stock is almost up 10%, which is bringing it up to close to $49. Now, the way I look at these stocks, and we actually experienced this in Run on Friday, so I want to point out a trade that I did not take and why I didn't take it, but why it looks a little bit differently today. To me, this stock is having a hard time getting above 50. It got up here, got above it and failed, got above it and failed, kept getting above it and failed, and now we're trading like right to that level again. So despite the fact that it's trading up 439 right now, almost 10%, I'm still not trading it until it goes well bid above 50. So that's the trade for the week. It could be the first day today right at 50 if we continue higher, and then the next day above that, well bid, closing near the highs above 50. So I'm looking for a little bit more confirmation. I don't want to get involved the first time it gets to that level and fails. And believe it or not, this is actually what we're looking for. We're looking for two green candles, well bid, closing strong above 50, and it did not stay there. So that's the first time. Here's the second time, but it didn't close well bid. Now we're looking for it to do it again. We saw a lot of these stocks where the second trade is actually the profitable trade. So if you were disciplined, got out, and now in position to look for a new one, today could possibly be a stock to day trade above and up to 50. I'm not going to do it. I don't like to day trade this stock. I like to trade a little bit longer time frame. So that's my scenario, is looking for it to be well bid over 50 on the daily chart. So I actually want to cover some of the top tech stocks. So you can see here Facebook, which has not been in play for a while. You can see basically weeks and weeks of pushing to the downside. And the market's a little skewed where you got these 4 or 5 stocks that are such huge market cap that it gives the appearance that the whole market is weak when it's really just these stocks are now going to have the opposite, where these stocks are well bid, where we are now swing low and higher highs and higher lows. So we can start to look for some opportunity long today. And we're going to go through this batch of stocks. Microsoft actually broke out on Friday, had a nice push. Same thing, well bid on the daily chart. 216 has been the level there. Amazon, we'll take a look at as well. You can start to see a pattern here, right? Amazon, Apple, and the one stock that a lot of people have been frustrated with lately, which is Tesla, also well bid on Friday. So a lot of the bigger, more popular stocks that a lot of people are in have turned a little bit. So we can start to get a hold on them right now and look for the beginning signs of a turnaround. So if you're looking to initiate a swing trade, it would be lower initial share size, because this is the first time we're turning back up. If we get a little bit more confirmation of push and a pause, then we could hang on to that on the daily chart as well. Penn is a stock that exploded on Friday and just actually had no signs of giving up, which is also a good lesson in trading the news, or I should say not reading or interpreting the news too much. The stock price was downgraded, guidance was lowered, and they're diluting the stock, and yet the stock was up 10%, 9% on Friday, just a ridiculous move to the upside with the outstanding news. So this is really where it gets tougher to explain to a new trader, that I am looking at the price action, and whoever is smarter than me that has a lot more money, which we call the smart money, we call the market, is going to push the stock around. And on an intraday basis, we just got the most incredible signal within the first 15 minutes of the market opening, and just an easy ride up the entire day with no pullback other than this little blip here during lunchtime. So my point is, you got to trade what the price action is telling you. You have to read the tape and don't pay attention and try and day trade the news by interpreting the news. Now, some people can do it. Honestly, there's really no reason to do it. Let the price, use the news as a catalyst for the stock being in play, but then use the price action to actually make your trades. And if you were just paying attention to the tape on Friday, you had some really easy money on the table in Penn on Friday. So we're actually still looking for follow through, but you can see here, this level right around 74 is resistance. So between here and 74 is the target. So we're looking for some follow through there as well. Peloton, I keep talking about, it looks like it's a topping pattern to me. It looks like it's going to sniff 100 this morning. We'll see if it gets through there. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not long the stock right now, but it is continuing to grind higher. And I'm going to be very clear about why I'm not long. And this is the same exact scenario I'm going to talk about in Run. Dennis in our community asked about a swing trade in Run on Friday. And Run, very similar to what we're seeing here in Peloton, is it's not consistent. We're seeing up and down, consolidating up and down. There's no flow. We're not seeing this kind of price action. We're not seeing this kind of price action where there's persistency to be a buyer. So yes, it's going up right now, but in the way I look at things in order flow, it's near all-time highs. It's about to sniff $100, but from one day to the next, I'm not seeing the order flow being held with consistency, closing above the open, staying there. We're getting above, then we have a melted candle, then we have selling. I want to see persistency. I want to see closing at or near the highs or the lows with consistency. It's absolutely a trade you can consider. It's not one that meets my criteria because I'm not seeing it consistent enough. 100 is obviously going to be the big level today. We can take a look at Run and see the same exact thing. And you can see why I was not involved here. This was the most recent price action. Was there anything to do other than be a buyer? No, it's not a short sale. It's at or near all-time highs. But for a period of about 6 to 8 days, it really wasn't doing anything. So I didn't see a trade there. So now I'm looking at it differently. Now it's breaking out. Now it's at all-time highs. Now it's well bid. Now it closed on the highs. Now I'm looking at it a little bit differently. So what do we need to see today? We need to see the stock be well bid again today to look to hold it. So again, very similar to what we said before about a lot of these tech stocks and the breakout levels, we're looking for well bid. So we need today to remain well bid. The worst case scenario for the stock today would be a higher opening and close below Friday's close, which that would be invalidating the breakout. NVTA is one of the stocks that was at the top of our list last week and remains so. You can see why it actually was well bid heading into price action on Friday. And mostly that was off of the bearish U-turn that we had right over here. The bullish U-turn, where we traded lower, reversed, and that bullish U-turn sets up a new swing trade, and we did get follow through. So this well bid is what we're looking for in a lot of the stocks that we're looking for today. So this well bid, if you did not initiate it, you can actually initiate a new long above Friday's high today. It looks like it's going to open neutral right now. Workhorse is another one, and this is an interesting one too. I wanted to bring this up. This was the trade. We had this trade last week. If you're a regular subscriber to the channel, you know the trade. We were looking for a lower opening. We got the push down, got the lower opening. So the entry was just above 20, and now the stock is trading up around 26 with a target of 30. It's too late. In our way of trading, we're looking for the next move. We're looking to have certain profit targets. So we actually did mention this on Friday. You don't want to get involved after a stock has already gone more than half up to your profit target, because now you're actually taking a trade where you have to risk one to make one, and that's going to make you a break-even trader. So it's a little late for this one. The next trade would be a push up to 30, a pause, and then look for the next move. So if you're long and you bought this with us last week, enjoy the ride up. We'll see how much further we get to push. BYND is setting up an interesting trade too. It continues to pause at this 155 level, 162.50. This stock trades really well when it's in play, and right now it's been in play. Look at the consistency of the green candles. We haven't seen that in a while. So while it's in play, it actually moves very, very cleanly. NVIDIA set up a nice breakout on Friday. You can see where we're looking here. It finally penetrated this 504, 505 level. Above it, now it's well bid above this breakout level. We're looking for some follow through here as well, and you can see it's already up $9. Square, another one that we haven't really been trading. And again, you can see the choppiness here, and now it's just hovering above this level with 170 as the target. So we're really looking at 161 to 170 as the next swing trade here. Toll Brothers doing a great job of pushing and pausing. I love this stock as a long today as well, initiating a new swing trade. On the other side, we have Tupperware, which actually was one of the better longs, and you can see why. This is the consistency in price action we're looking for. And now it's actually pulled back. I am actually hoping this higher opening pulls back, tests yesterday's low. If it does, we'll bid into Friday's low. If it opens higher and continues to push higher, we'll look for what we call a WB entry in the direction looking for 27 as the initial target. So you got some room here as well. So there's trades on both sides of the market right now, but mostly on the long side. Energy stocks have been getting beat up pretty good. Financial stocks have been getting beat up pretty good. Now the futures are actually up a monster number right now. So this is where the trading in you needs to adapt. Even if you have short sale setups in energy stocks, even if you have short sale setups in financial stocks, look for longs. The whole market's going up right now, except for those sectors that have been down and in bearish order flow for the last few weeks, if not month and a half. So you should only be looking for longs right now today. You should only be looking for stocks that have room to go and profit potential. And assuming we hold today's open, which that's going to be interesting to see as well today, we should have a pretty good day of trading. And if we can carry this into the rest of the week, it should be a really good finish to September. So have a great day, everybody. Let's go and get it.